go circle the snap. I think we can get in it in 10 seconds. On a countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. We should be going, Steve Haney. Let's go.
I got a ball.
All right, reinforcement. All right, there was a great master teacher at UCLA. Her name was Madeline Hunter. She was in charge of doing lesson plans. She was the first one. If you look in the evolution of the lesson plan, you're going to find a picture of Madeline Hunter. And one of the things that she talked about is, as a tool for you, is get them when they're doing something right, correct whatever you feel they need to be doing better, and then walk away from them. Leave them alone. In the NBA, the coaches are incredible at that. George Karl is fantastic at finding something that Melo was doing right when he played for the Nuggets. And he said, but Melo, you were getting 12 free throws a game, and now you're at 6 because you stopped running through the elbow and posting up. And Melo would listen. And so, boom, we'd start practicing again, and lo and behold, Melo would be running right through that elbow, and he'd post up. And then, boom, he got what he wanted. Praise, prompt, and lead. Gentlemen, you went quick, but you didn't hurry. We weren't ready to go. David slowed us down in the way that he did what he did, and I love the way you did that. I like the way you moved into that drill. All right, here we go. Bounce. Overhead. All right, hold it up. Okay, now peer pressure is a form of doing your drills. Now I'll tell the captains, I'll say, you're in charge. You handle the drill. I'm done. So now they'll do the bounce pass, they'll do the overhead. I'll say, hey, we'll just getting a collective group focus. Yeah, I mean, we're passing the ball. Yeah, we're passing it hard. Yeah, we're calling the guy's name out. Yeah, we're verbalizing our catch. But the fact of the matter is that the psychologist down in Fullerton who dealt with all those dynamic Fullerton baseball teams and Nebraska for 20 years when Owens was there was a guy named Ravisa. All right, and Ken spoke to our team when I was a coach at Cal Lutheran. I found out about him through a guy who was a baseball coach named Andy Lopez at Pepperdine. And he said, hey, have you, and I knew a little bit about Ken Ravisa, but one of the things he talked about is, how do you bring a player from broad focus, class, tragedy, girlfriend, yells at him, whatever it is, to the head of the needle? And there's got to be a sequencing to work them there. It's the art of starting a game, the art of starting practice. There's yoga, there's other things, visualization that you can do. I think this drill brings them in. I'm very demanding on the drill. But again, the point I'm making back to it is peer pressure is a form of motivation, is that I turn this over to the players. All right, Steve Haney, get us some snap passing drill, please. It's awfully slow. Steve, we got to go. We got to go, Steve. Bounce, bounce. Steve, it's all yours. You got to take the drill over. Tip, tip, tip. Tip, tip. Superman drill. You got 10 seconds, Steve, to get him in there. Superman drill. Let's go. On a countdown. All right. Come on, Steve. We need the ball there. Let's go. Get us going, Steve. I don't know where your voice is at, but come on.
Play it. Go, 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 go.
now we go back to those ingredients of a good drill. Let's put 1 minute on the clock. All right, what's our goal, Steve Haney? In 1 minute, how many makes?
18.
All right, we're going 18. All right, you have a 17 if we don't get the 18, fellas. So you got to be on the hop. Ready? Let's go.
Go.
Opportunity to handle the ball. Bigs should be able to bring the ball down the floor at times. Make decisions. I don't want a heavy diet of it, but they should be able to do this. Shimon, you have to make your jump shot or jump stop outside the paint. Come on, Shimon, move. All right, nice job. All right, men, we're going to switch sides and we're going to go with the smart shot. All right, the one thing I want to say about the bank shot, wouldn't call it a bank shot, I call it a smart shot. Name things that reinforce what you think. So, I mean, if you're going to nickname your son, it wouldn't be a good idea to nickname him Turd. All right? It would probably be want to call him Champ or Sport or whatever that is. My point is reinforce those things that you want. Now, when the players are coming down in a break, frequently they'll work the edge. All right, we like guys to work the edge, but you've got somebody guarding the tip of the rim. So he rotates over and he gets a charge. That's unnecessary. All right, the good shot is right there. The footer can't get to it to block it, and you've beaten the first line of defense. There are certain ingredients when a guy has a ball that he should have. One is, what are you doing to teach judgment and decisions? Ball handling is one element. But I would much rather have a guy who made good decisions that could only eat oatmeal every morning and not worry about pancakes and waffles and bacon. I would want a guy who can take care of the ball. What's his assist to turnover ratio? And when you investigate those guys, you'll find that they make the easy pass, the pass that they see, not the one that they want. That's a big distinction. All right, guys, let's go. 14. Here we go. Let's go. Talk it up, Brandon. Let's go. That's a Rick pivot, Steve. Here we go. Let's go. Okay, coaches, you have the idea. I will not bore you with that, but one of the things that I always found, just my own investigation, is if you want offensive rebounding, reward it in your drills. Gentlemen, we're going to go back to this, and you're going to be able to make 14. You know why? Because on the miss, two-handed tips count. All right, and when you reward the behavior that you want, Izzo, if you go to his practices, his assistants come out, and they have 3 guys, and they have a chart, and they have a manager that's telling them how he's rebounding, both defensively and offensively, and they have these little huddles. And they get the feedback numerically of what they've done. And then they find out the mathematical mean of that guy's rebounds per practice. They're not playing. That's why they're the best rebounding organization year in and year out. Not only the emphasis, but the technicality of it all. It's too easy to say emphasize it and it'll get done. No, there's something underneath that. And that he will crucify his assistants if they're not on top of the rebounding issue. Anyway, fellas, I'll let you have a make. We'll go 1 minute, start back at 0. But tips count. They have to be two-handed tips. Two-handed tips. Here we go. The two-handed tip is under taught and it's under coached. All right? If you don't have to bring the ball down, no one can strip it off of you. Play through your goal. Play through your goal. You should have come over the top, Josh. You had a tip. That's your tip. You can tip it. Come over the top, please. Come over the top, Peter. Peter, get in there on the glass. Come on now. What do we end up with? All right, on the line. Here we go. On the line. You didn't get it. Let's go. All right, here's the deal. All right. You let up. You thought you were going to get your goal done, and you didn't. All right. Now, shooters, in that drill, when you shoot, we have our offensive boards organized. If I go under, I'm going to get buried for D-trans purposes. But if I always know that I shoot a ball and the shooter's coming over the top in here, okay, then I know if I don't get the offensive rebound, I've got a chance on D-trans. Otherwise, you're going to get plowed down underneath there. Make sense? Okay, let's go with the DHOs, and I think we can be going in about 10 seconds. You guys have been you've been a little slow on getting into the drill, so let's go with the dribble handoff. Now we've got an elbow jumper, and tips are live. Shooter over the top. All right, let's get our 14. Here we go. We should be going, Brandon. I don't know why we're waiting. Brandon, I don't know why we're waiting. We should be going. You got to move out, Josh. You got to move out. Tip dunk that, Peter. Slap that thing down. You're all right, just play through. Play through. All right. Okay, guys on the baseline. Quickly, please. You're all right. You're all right. Okay, we have a little timeout. Right now, you can see that those bullet points, time, scores, shortened duration, have an objective, degree of predictability we haven't had yet. All right, I get a timeout now and people ask me about books. I don't read like coach reads.